Hi there, Andre here from Peak Motorcycles. This is day 2 of my Kerala tour in 2023. As you can see, it's a beautiful day here, surrounded by lush green vegetation. It is January, so if you're watching this from the UK, you have my apologies. I'm missing it a little bit, but not that much. So today we're going to ride from Athirappilly, where we spent the night in the marvellous Green Trees Hotel. Just about to see behind me, and we're going to head up into the Western Ghats, so up to Pollachi. So we're going to go through nature reserve if we're allowed through. I think if there's animals in the area, sometimes they shut the barrier and we can't go through. They've also said don't stop if you see any elephants, because they're probably not going to come and say hi and ask for some peanuts. After that, we're going to climb up into the mountains. So this is the Western Ghats, which is a 1,000-mile, 1,600-kilometre mountain range that runs parallel to the east coast of India, north to south. I think the highest peaks are around 2,600 metres, which I guess must be 7,000 feet-ish, maybe a bit more. So yeah, hoping for some really stunning scenery and some more amazing biking roads. So that's it. I'm going to go and finish packing my bike and get on my way. And yeah, looking forward to another amazing day in Kerala. Actually, I think Pollachi, where we finish up, is actually in Tamil Nadu, the next state over. But most of it will be in Kerala today. Right, here we go. And here we go, back out into the sunshine and the palm trees for day 2. Coming down through this forest, this is the other side of the entrance to Athirappilly Falls, and it really is quite a cool road. If these were pine trees, you could almost be in the Alps. There's a load of coaches parked at the top, I guess for tourists that are coming to see the waterfalls, but you can just see the river down there to my right. After a bit of a wait, they finally let us come into the nature reserve. I think because they've got wildlife here, they don't want 18 bikes going through together because of the noise, so they're having us go in groups of 6. So yeah, it really is quite a stunning place, and this road is just absolutely brilliant. You know, I think just the number of curves that we've gone through over the last couple of miles has just been flowing and just really fun. And I think I've seen one bike coming the other way. It really is that quiet. Now, I've only got 24 horsepower or something, but actually it's fine for doing this. Still in the nature reserve, but now I'm just coming across a few slightly rougher bits of road. There's the odd pothole here and there, and then there's even a few sections that seem to be unsurfaced. I don't know, that's just where the road has washed away completely. Oh, here we go, here's another off-road section. But yeah, it's fine on the Himalayan. I'm not sure how everyone else is going to be faring on their Bullet 500s, but compared to the roads that I'd seen in the Himalayas, I'm sure they'll be just fine. So right now we really are climbing up high. At some point there'll be a bit of a clearing of the bushes on the right, and you can see we're right above this big valley and climbing up and up. I'm not sure quite how high we get today. Might be something like 1,600 meters, something like that, which is about a mile. So yeah, you know, high enough, especially when you've been down at the coast for a few days. The road conditions are definitely variable now. There's been quite a few bits that are bumpy. Still get this amazing bamboo leaning over the road, and I think we must be coming up a bit of a ridge, because there's actually a valley down there to the left of me as well. Wow. So come out on the top and you see that big lake, which I think is a reservoir for a hydro plant down there. But just being up above the valley, seeing all the hills going over there to the distance, that really is quite amazing. Up here as well, just having this extra bit of altitude just means the air's that little bit cooler, so the breeze is just really nice. It's probably only a matter of time, but as you can see, the road has degraded quite a lot. There's been lots of these sort of rough, I mean, they're not particularly bumpy. There's a few bumps, a few ruts every now and again, but the surface has pretty much gone. This is an interesting way to load a dump truck. Apparently there is space for us to fit round. I think this might be a little snug, but let's see. There we go. A little soft. Yeah, round we go. It's had a particularly gravelly section. This one's just hard packed dirt, which is much easier to ride on. It looks like they're preparing to pave it or something, or maybe just put some more gravel down on top. There's certainly lots of road work going on. And a tape measure over the road. It's exciting. That looks like where they're going to tip it. Sneak past before that all comes out. So we've been riding up through the nature reserve for a while. The road's been of varying quality. Some are perfectly paved, and some of the rest of it was oh, I think so. So actually we've stopped some roadworks, but it looks like we're going again, so I'm going to have to pack up and go. So after that rather hasty get on the bike and go, we came through the last bit of roadwork, so we've now actually come out the other side of the nature reserve. I think we're having to stop to give them some paperwork. I think this is actually a chance for a bit of time off the bike. So after that somewhat hasty get back on the bike to get around the roadworks, suddenly we were at the end of the nature reserve. We just came up through the road there. We now need to wait and get all our paperwork stamped out. The Bullet 500s were a bit more of a challenge to get over some of the rocky bits, but everyone managed it. I think everyone I've asked seems to be quite enjoying themselves, but I think we've got a bit more tarmac to come now, which probably won't go amiss. I guess at some point we're going to have to climb up to get up to Pollachi, but I guess that won't be until later in the day. And suddenly we emerge out of the nature reserve, and I think these are just tea plantations, sort of stunningly planted hills, and this must be the age of the Western Ghats, but it really is spectacular. Really is amazing to see. Just beautiful scenery to be riding through. Just crossed over the border into Tamil Nadu, so that's a different state to Kerala. It runs down the eastern border. So we're going to be in Tamil Nadu now, I think, for the next 3 or 4 nights, and then we'll cross back into Kerala. Oh, this is just so great. Again, back on smooth roads, lots and lots of lovely twisties. Just really fun to ride. It's a bit like how the day started before we got into the dust and the trails, but this is a joy. So we've stopped here for a bit of a lunch break. So this is at the Sholyar Dam. Everyone's had some crisps and some water, and all the bikes are lined up. I think everyone's looking forward to doing a bit more tarmac roads this afternoon as we head up towards Pollachi. A really fun morning, a little bit dusty, a little bit rough in places. I think everyone's still smiling, so we're going to crack on. And we're off again, passing the Athirappilly tea estate up here on the left. I didn't know that, I just read it off the sign. I think we're going to follow this reservoir around for a while. Looking forward to an afternoon of fun riding. We're not really doing lunch here, it's mostly sort of snacks by the side of the road. Yeah, the scenery's changed quite considerably from what we were looking at in the morning. Yeah, it's now very much just tea plantations. It's also a bit warmer in the sunshine. It's not a bad thing though, because I think up at this height the wind is still a little bit chilly, and these roads are definitely fun to ride. You know, it's mostly good tarmac. Occasionally there's just a bit where it just stops and it goes to dirt. Sort of coming downhill a little now, still amongst the tea plantations, and for the first time I can see some bigger hills or mountains up there in the distance. So I know that the Western Ghats, I think, get up to something like 2,600 metres is the highest mountain, which I think is in Kerala, and I think that's also the highest mountain in India outside of the Himalayas. These ones ahead don't look that high, but maybe this is just the start of the Western Ghats, which we are going to be riding through for the next few days. Just cruising through this stunning scenery. I mean, I think they are doing some roadworks here, which is why there's just big sections of pipe, and every now and again you run out of road surface. Oh, he's got the tough job. He's got to carry all the tea back to the factory. This is probably getting boring because there's been so many good roads that I've been talking about. I'll probably just cut some of them from the edit. But yeah, now we're still climbing up higher and higher. We're almost above the tea plantations now, back up into a forest. Again, this really could be an alpine mountain pass. So we've got a few more tea plantations up there, but it is just twisty all the way up. You can just about see the mountains through the trees there. It is absolutely glorious here. Definitely some of the best riding we've had since we arrived. Oh, we're actually coming up above the trees. So there's definitely a bit of a chill in the air now as well. Not actually cold, not like UK cold in January, but it's certainly very comfortable for riding in. Actually, this does look like a popular spot for motorcyclists. There's a lot of them out, clearly having fun, even a few sports bikes. And you can see pretty much all of our group just winding their way around through there. That really is stunning. I mean, you can't see a lot through the mist, but you can just see a few of the peaks sticking out, and a really, wow, just an amazing day to ride a motorcycle. Get an idea how high up we are. I don't know if you can just see over to my right. This appears to be called Tiger Valley. It's incredibly dramatic. It certainly looks very alpine. Lots and lots of motorbikes through here now. I think we've clearly come to one of the local biking meccas. We've got loads of switchbacks that are coming down now, and it actually looks pretty busy. As you can see, there's lots of trucks cutting the inside of these hairpin bends, so we're just having to hold back a little bit. This bit definitely feels like you're riding down the French Riviera or something, down off the cliffs. I don't know if you can see, it's just a very steep drop down to a big old lake down there. Hairpin bends all the way down, Again, perfect road surface. I think everyone's just having a whale of a time. Kind of interesting with these coaches coming around. They do tend to cut the corners a little bit. Just like that. Clearly this is some sort of big biking place for the locals. Lots of motorbikes we've seen coming up here. All sorts, even sports bikes like that, which we haven't really seen a lot of anywhere else since we've been here. Quite a few cars, but if you just look up the hill dead ahead of me, you can see that's the road that I've just come down. I think I did a little bit of video just around some of those bends. But yeah, really, really spectacular. It almost makes you want to get to the bottom, turn around and come back up again. This is the very last of the 40 hairpin bends from this pass. So these trucks pick their place to stop. Can I nip around in front of there? Maybe I can. Oh yeah, I think he was waiting for other trucks to come up. Oh, lots of trucks just all hanging around down here. Well, it's never dull, I'll give it that. As we come down here, this landscape has changed again completely. So we had the forest in the morning, then followed by the tea plantations and the rolling hills. We've now got this almost volcanic landscape with these sort of very steep sided peaks just up there on the left. So that's it. So we've all successfully made it down the 40 hairpins. Everyone's been getting a lot of practice certainly, and also making sure their lower gears work. We've just stopped in here at the side of the road. As you can see, everyone's sort of lined their bikes up all the way down there. And I think we're just having a bit of a moment, and then we're going to carry on. It's only about 20 miles to Pollachi from here. I did ask if this road had a name, and I think it's just called the Pollachi Road, but I'll look it up on Google Maps, see if it's got another reference that you could use. We're now rolling again, heading back down further towards the lake. I think we're out of all the hairpins, and then we're going to head over to Pollachi. It's only about, I think, 15 miles, 25 kilometres from here to get to the end. So it shouldn't take too long, especially if the roads pick up a bit and we get past the buses and the like. But let's see how that works out. So coming up to the end of the day, and we've done rubber trees and palm trees in the morning, tea plantations, and now this area seems to be mostly paddy fields in the area around Pollachi. I don't think it's far to go to the hotel now. This is the end of the day to the Great Mount Cocoa Lagoon. Sounds very exciting. High fives all around as we come in. So that's it, that's the end of day two. We're here in Pollachi. We're actually staying quite a long way out of the town, but we're in this marvellous looking resort. It's just got these fabulous looking cabins all around us, and they have a pool, and as soon as my bags get here I'm going to be in that. So yeah, 145 kilometres, really fun day, real mix of, we had the nature reserve in the morning, didn't see any elephants but we saw lots of elephant droppings, riding up through that dense forest, then up over the tops, then out into the tea plantations, coming over into Tamil Nadu, and then riding down those 40 hairpins back down into the valley by the lake near Pollachi. And then finally the rice paddy fields as we rode the last bit, so it was a little bit more built up. But yeah, just a really, really mixed day. I think the highlight for me was probably the mountain roads. Yeah, that was really fun. Right then, that's the end of day briefing, so hope that's been interesting and useful, and if it has, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.